Yo, what's up? Seems like a lot of people are either pissed off or they don't care or they somewhat agree with me or fully agree with me. And I'm gonna go ahead and make it a point that an extremist view on either side of this, I don't, I don't like extremist views on things. May it be liberal, may it be very conservative. I don't like extremist views because um, a lot of times it gets um, the truth of things and common sense get thrown out due to the deep passion that person who has that extremist view has within themselves. That passion causes them to throw common sense out the window. But me particularly on this, when it came down to this, I spoke to a friend of mine who actually is a homosexual, and I asked her, as far as what I said, if I was really out of line. And at first, it's she said I sounded like an asshole. But then when I explained to her my point, she was like, okay, I kind of understand where you're coming from. And so that's pretty much what I'm gonna try to do with y'all. I just, at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's my opinion. Oh, and on another note, if you're gonna tell somebody that you respect their opinion, you don't tell them I respect your opinion, but then you insult the person's opinion. It's contradictory. It's like telling someone, well, I respect your mother and everything, but she's a fucking cunt. If you respect someone, you're not gonna call them a cunt. Therefore, so if you respect something, you're not going to insult it. You're just gonna say, I just don't agree. Then you just don't agree. That's that's just common sense in my opinion. That's just basics. But on this whole topic, this whole subject, it seems like a lot of people are saying that because he committed suicide, it wasn't selfish at all. And in fact, it actually was a selfish act. Suicide is a selfish act, and that's in my eyes. And I'm not saying all suicide is, but I'm saying that um, in this particular case, um, he didn't have to commit suicide. He himself took it too far. I think everyone can agree that it wasn't that serious. I don't think anyone, especially people who are homosexuals, would have killed themselves over being outed. For the most part, I think most homosexuals, because they pretty much come to terms with it, and even if they haven't come to terms with it, they probably would just either deny it, or if they were in his position, where they probably really couldn't deny it, they just probably just be like, okay, I am, so what? They'd sue the shit out of the roommate, get the guy expelled, and then move the fuck on with their lives. And then they probably would gain more respect for just coming out about it, for just showing that they accepted that part of themselves. And what I meant by I saw somebody type something. Well, his family might have been like really fucked up and and would have not accepted him due to his homosexuality. And my thing is did he ever think that maybe possibly him killing himself would make his parents and his family have to think that they were so fucked up of a family to him that he thought that they would never accept him at all just for being gay? They have to live with that now. His family has to live with the fact that he thought that they would completely disown him. That all of his friends, everyone that cared about this guy, has to live with the fact that, like, damn, he really thought that I would just like stop being his friend. That I would, or he thought that me as his parent would stop loving him as my child. That's a fucked up thing. That's the reason why I say it's selfish, because you don't think about the people who do care. You don't think about the people who would no matter what love you. That's why it's a selfish act. Because you say, well, oh no, I'd be better off. They'd be better off. But really, all in all, at the end of the day, it's a narcissistic thing to do, because you're saying oh well, everybody would be better off without me in this world, but really it's not even about that. It's about the pain that you have inside. That it's to say, like someone else was saying, so you're saying that a person who is dealing with a lot of pain doesn't have the right to kill themselves. No, you have the right to kill yourself, but uh, think about the consequences. You have the right to pretty much do whatever the fuck you want to, as far as yourself is concerned. But at the end of the day, you are being narcissistic. You are thinking about yourself if you're only thinking that if you think that no one else will suffer, then there will not be any consequences for anyone else. Apparently, he didn't think that those consequences or anything of the such was really worth too much of a thought if he just went ahead and he just killed himself. If he didn't even reach out. The question is, that's one thing I want to know. Does anybody know if he reached out to any of his friends or his family after this event happened, before he killed himself? Did he reach out to anyone? Because if he didn't, then then it's obvious. Then it's a selfish act. Because then he was only thinking about himself. Because how many people how many people out there have ever had somebody call them or reach out to them, or you happen to notice that someone's feeling down and come to find out that they're suicidal, and you have to let them know that it would hurt you to see them gone, to see them die, thinking that that you didn't care about them as a friend. And then once they see that, they wind up I've had to talk friends out of committing suicide. And I had to let them know that, no, listen, your family would care. You have friends. Listen, I would care if you killed yourself. Because then, especially after talking to you now, it would make me feel as though I was a failure to you as a friend. And then it winds them. It makes them see that their actions, whenever you talk to them like that, it makes them see that their actions do have consequences that affect people other than themselves, that can affect people negatively other than themselves. That's the reason why, in my opinion, it's a selfish act. Now, as far as it seems like some people have things confused and they think that I believe that his roommate shouldn't have gotten any punishment. No, by all means, charge that fucker with I just went blank. Invasion of privacy and defamation of character, and have the family sue the shit out of him, have him get kicked out of school, and he'll have to live with the fact that he is partially the cause of the reason why a person is dead today, but he is not the full cause, because when it comes down to it, suicide is your choice. It's your choice. It's no one else's. It's your choice. A lot of people are saying that this wasn't a prank. It was a prank. People are saying that it wasn't, that this was malicious, and that other pranks that you see on YouTube aren't malicious. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure kicking someone in the balls is pretty fucking malicious. I'm pretty sure that hitting someone at all, many of the pranks are very sociopathic. They're very, very, very fucked up. And at the end of the day, whenever you watch those pranks, they're pretty fucked up. At the end of the day, you wind up saying, "Damn, that's fucked up." And this was just another one that was fucked up. And let me ask you guys a question. I want to know something. What if he killed himself over something different? Not about the fact that everybody found out that he was gay, but he killed himself like over something like everybody found out he had a little dick, or everybody found out that he had a really weird sexual fetish. That's something I want to know if you think that everyone else would care. But I'm out of time. This is Big Kid.